Hi friends, in this video we are going to learn how can we ingest SQL data in Splunk through DB Connect app. So first of all we need to install DB Connect app. There are few other prerequisites as well. Details for DB server and database you should aware of it. So for my video I have installed DB on the same machine where the Splunk is installed. So DB name I am using is sys. Then we should have DB user to connect to DB from Splunk. So I'm using root user. So I request you guys not to use root user. Instead, you can ask DB admin to create new user for you. So DB port should be open between Splunk and DB server. So for each database, like for MySQL, the DB port is different. For Oracle, the DB port will be different. So accordingly, you need to open the port between Splunk and DB server. Also, JRE and JDK should be installed on your Splunk server. Drivers need to be downloaded and placed in drivers directory as shown below. So first we need to download it that from Oracle site. I will put the link in description, and you need to extract that downloaded version and get the jar file out of it and place that jar file in drivers folder. So let's first start with installing DB Connect app. So from app, you need to go to manage apps. Now browse for more apps. You need to search it here, DB Connect. So this is the DB Connect app which we are going to install and use it for SQL ingestion. Now, for installing this, you should have a Splunk support ID, so you can create the Splunk support ID. And I'll be using my credentials. Okay. So installation is in progress. Okay, it will take few minutes to complete it. Yeah, the installation has been completed. So you can restart later, but as we need to configure DB Connect right now, so I'm going to restart. So Splunk is restarted. Now again, I will log into Splunk. You can see the DB app is there. So you need to click on that for configuration. So once you install it, it will ask you for the DB setup. So we'll click on setup. We will go to our what is the next step? So installation. Now we need to put Java home path. Java home path from your Splunk server. So I will get Java home path from my Splunk server. So this is my Java home path. Before getting this, you should have installed JRE or JDK on your machine. If not, you can check on internet, or I'll give the details about it in the description. So once you give the home path, just need to save. Save. The task server has been successfully restarted. So our configuration is successfully done for JRE home path. Now, next one is after this drivers. So there are a lot of drivers are there. So for this tutorial, I'm using MySQL as a database. So for this, I have downloaded drivers in my desktop. Then we need to extract the drivers and take the jar file to Splunk server and push it to uh, drivers folder from the app. So let's do it. I have already Java server. So you can see the java.jar file is there on my user directory. Now I need to copy this jar file to the app driver folder. So, Splunk etc apps Splunk underscore db Splunk underscore app db connect and then drivers. I will copy this. This is done. Now I will from GUI I will reload the configuration. So corresponding value should be green. Yes. So now these two configuration has been done. Now there are logging levels are also there. If you need to change logging level, so you can do that for troubleshooting purpose. Usage collection. For now, I'm not doing this. So let's go to database settings. So to connect to DB, we need a user and the database detail. So first, we'll create the identity, new, any name you, whatever you want, you can give over here, username. This will be your exact username. So I'm using root user. So I'm requesting you guys, you should not use root user. Rather, you can ask admin to create a read-only user for this type of activity. So I will give password as well. Save. Now my user identity has been saved. Now we will create the connection between Splunk and database. So connection name and connect. Select identity, the identity which we have created earlier. We need to use the same identity. Type of a SQL. So I'm using MySQL. Time, I can keep it as it is. Host, as Splunk and DB is installed on same host, so I'm giving it localhost. So it uses 3306 port. So this port, the connectivity from Splunk and database on this port should be established already. If the connectivity is not there, you need to open this port from server to Splunk server to DB server. So I will click on save. Okay, by default database. So I have one database is this. So I can save it. So there is no error. That means our connection has been established successfully. Now the next, this is all about configuration and connecting with database through identity. Now we are going to create input. We are going to fetch data from DB. For that, I need to go to lab, input, new input, select your connection which we have created, change the catalog. So I will be using system. Now there are a number of tables are there. You can write your own query over here if you know all the fields. So I'm considering this query. So all other details, you can keep it as it is for now. Click on next. So if you have seen, this data is coming from database. Now this data we are going to put it in Splunk index. Next, the name is connect. Application should be connect. Now frequency. You need to set a frequency. I am setting the frequency for every 5 minutes. Will fetch data for every 5 minutes from the DB after putting that query. Okay, host name. If you don't, these two is optional. Okay. Now source type, you need to give say source type. I'm giving it as a DB source type. You can create your own, or if it is new for you, new DB. So it will create. So source type as new DB. Index, for now I am keeping main index. Now this we will create, click on finish. As you see, the configuration part has been done now. So let's search for the data. Remember index name. This is not index. DB for 24 hours. Click. It will take some time to reflect over here. Let's see what source type. And pause video for time. You can see the data in that particular index. So this is how you can connect your database to Splunk. And if you guys have any query, any questions, please let me know in comment section. Thanks everyone.
Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to learn about Splunk and Dynatrace integration. So these are the steps, these are the steps where we can after performing this we can achieve the Splunk and Dynatrace integration. So first of all, you need to have install Splunk enterprise version. This is a kind of a POC we are doing. So you can do it on your POC environment, then later on you can move it to your production environment. And currently I am doing this on single instance. Okay. So search head, indexer and forwarder will be on the same system. So first install a Splunk agent. So installing in Splunk agent, I have already installed this on my PC. So first step is to install enterprise Splunk. Second is install Dynatrace app. So Dynatrace app generally we install it on search it. So in my case, search it as everything is on single instance. So I am installing on single instance. Install Dynatrace add-on. So add-on generally we use it on the input, like on the forwarder. So in the distributed environment, you can use it on forwarder. So we can create an input by this. So next point is get access for free Dynatrace license. So I will show you how you can get access of free Dynatrace agent. And then after that, generate a client token for authentication. Yes, this is very important when you are going to create an input. So at that time it will require, it's kind of a password, authentication password. So after that, I will be installing a one agent. One agent is Dynatrace agent. Full stack installation I'll be doing in one of the Google Cloud instance. So once that is done, I'll be checking it uh, on the Dynatrace whether it's working fine or not. So that way we can verify that yes, our installation is worked fine. And then create Dynatrace index. Uh, then after that, create input in Dynatrace add-on. So input, there are around four kind of inputs are there. So I'll be creating all of them. So I think all of them is not required. So I'll be creating at least three inputs. Check for any error. The next point will be checks for any error in the Splunk, like say if any authentication error or some other error is there, so you can check in the internal index. So we'll be checking it for the error. After that, once this we do not see any error, so that means our installation is successfully done. Then verify all the entity and metrics are reporting in the Splunk. So we'll be checking the index, Dynatrace index, so where the data is coming or no. So once data is coming, that means we have successfully integrated uh, Splunk with Dynatrace. So let's start. So first point is installing Splunk. So I have already installed it on my laptop. So you can use your Google instance or Google Cloud instance or any instance to Splunk install. Once you do that, access the Splunk, and then the second point is to install a Dynatrace app. So go to app, browse for app, click over here, type Dynatrace. Once you do that, it will load your app here. So this is Dynatrace app. Here you just click over here and it will click to install. So it will ask for username and password. Once you do, you provide username and password, and it will install the Dynatrace app on your uh, instance. So the next one is installing add-on. So similarly, as you install Dynatrace app, you can install Dynatrace add-on for that. So the add-on is generally used for input. So similarly, you can click on install, and I have already installed these both the apps on my system. So similarly, you can do it, install and provide your credential and uh, go on. So once you do that, just restart your Splunk so that it will get properly, all the configuration will get properly updated. So this will cover our 2 points, 3 points. One is installation of uh, Splunk, installation of Dynatrace app, installation of add-on. So after that, uh, how to get free license for Dynatrace. So this is the link for getting a free license. I will provide that in description. So once you access this link, it will ask you for about the uh, email, and click over the email, and once you do that, it will verify whether your email is valid or no, and then it will ask for few more details. Once you fill it up, you will get your free version of Dynatrace. So I have already created it. So it's very simple. If you can try. If you have any problem doing that, just give a comment on the comment section. So I'll help you with that. So once you do that, it will provide you a welcome message on your email, and then from there you can directly access Dynatrace free version. The next topic is how to generate client token or token to integrate Dynatrace with other systems. Here we are using Splunk. So how can we create authentication key or token, API token to integrate Splunk with Dynatrace? So you from left hand side you need to go to settings. From settings you need to go to integration. From integration you need to choose Dynatrace APIs and generate token. So here you need to select which all. So I am giving demo. The name for it is Splunk DT. So this is the name of it. So you can select whatever option you want to select. So once you do that, I'm selecting all the things. So whatever you require for your environment, you do it. So just click on generate. So you need to copy this because this is one time generated. So once you copy it, keep it on some safe place. I am keeping it over here. Paste. So this can be utilized when I'm going to create an input and create an input for entity, for services, for KPIs, for other things, PGI, problem group instance data. So I will be using this when I'm going to create an input to get the data from DT to Splunk. So till now we have done first 5 points. One is installation of Splunk, installation of Dynatrace app, installation of Dynatrace add-on, get access for free Dynatrace, generate client token for authentication in Dynatrace. This is generally we use it for to integrate Dynatrace with the Splunk. So when we create input to import entities, services or KPIs, so at that time we require this authentication. So our next point is installing one agent on Google instance. So for that, first you need to have a Google account, and then it provides a 90 days of free trial version, so you can use that. So I have created my Google account, and then I will show you how we can install Dynatrace agent on that. So these are my 3 instances. I have logged into this instance 1, 2, 3. So how can we install one agent on these instances? So generally we use it with sudo. So I request you to run this command sudo -su for all the instance, sudo -su, and this is the next one. So we will run sudo -su. So this is the root access. So this is my Dynatrace free trial version. So this is only available for 15 days. So if you want to do POC or anything, just complete it within 15 days. So how can we add those 3 servers in the Dynatrace? So from here, if you go to left hand side, you need to go to deployment status. From here, it will say what all the Dynatrace agents are available on which host those are available. So here you need to add a new host. So click over here, add a new host. So for which operating system you want to add it. So add it for Linux, as I have Linux environment. So before that, just currently in Linux by default wget is not present. So first you need to install wget utility. So for that I'm installing it, and I will install and and then after that I will start it. If you directly copy and if you try to do that, it will say wget is not installed over here. So here, see, wget is not found. So first we need to install wget, and then we can start downloading and installing. So we've installed wget through this command. So this is the command for installing wget. So it will ask for some questionnaire. Yes. So it is processing. So let me come back once it is done. It's installed now. So what we can do is we just get the wget the installer first. So what we need to do is download it. I will download for all 3 instances. So it is getting downloaded. Yeah, it is downloaded. Now the next thing is verify it. So verify for each of the instance. Yeah, successfully verified. It is showing here, successfully verified. Whether you have downloaded the right version or right things before installing. So before that, it's good to verify it is verified correctly. So this is verification is successful. Now the next step is installing it. So again copy this and install DT agent. So it is getting installed. I will try to install it for second one, and similarly the third one. So keep in mind that you get the download directly from this console, because it has all its detail, authentication, token, and everything it has. So I request you to use this, because generally what happens, we keep it somewhere and copy it, and we use it for other environments, so it won't work. So I request you to get directly from here. So from where we came to this screen, go to deployment status, add, so like see whichever is added, it's showing over here. So add host, click which operating system you want to install DT agent. So I have used it, this one. So once it is completed successfully, it will show it over here. Also it will show in the console deployment status. So it will take time to reflect over here. So let us check what happened with this second instance, because it is not showing the second instance over there. So it will take some time to reflect over here. So let's wait for some time. Yeah, you can see all the DT agents are here. All the host which we want to install it over here. So what is the next step? You can see all the metrics are coming to Dynatrace or no. So you can go to metrics. So you can see over the number of metrics are coming over here. So again, if you want to do some other things with respect to these, so you can go to particular things and you can check what all things are there. You want to show all the processes, it will show all the processes related with it. It will discover one by one. So DT agent discover all the processes, all the relationship, all the relationship between the services or servers or everything. It will discover. So it will take some time to discover everything, and it will show you in the metrics or any problem with respect to those things. So it will automatically reduce. So these things I have earlier I installed, and then I made it disable. So with respect to those servers, it showing some problems. So this is how you can do your POC, or you can use it in your production environment. How can you install DT agent? So this is all about installing and getting the DT agent on the Google Cloud. So we'll move to our next topic. What we have covered till now. So these 7 points we have already covered. We installed one agent on Google instance, and then checked whether the host is added to Dynatrace or no, and checked metrics says are available. So we have checked, verified that. So we saw everything is fine with respect to Dynatrace. Now next step is we need to create a Dynatrace agent where index. So Dynatrace index in Splunk. So how it's normal creating Splunk in any instance. So how to achieve that? So let's go to Splunk settings, add index. So I have Dynatrace agent already, Dynatrace index already. So I will delete it first. Okay, so it should no longer be available. So let's see. Dynatrace is not there. So you can create a new one. Dynatrace. I'm giving this name. So all the other configuration you can keep it as it is. Click on save. So it will create a Dynatrace index. So you can see it over here. It has a Dynatrace index. Now the next part is what you have to do. Create an input in Splunk add-on. So now you need to access Splunk add-on. So from here you can go to Splunk add-on and now go to input. This I have created already, so I will delete it. Now I will create first for the you can see there are number of four inputs are there, so you can create one by one for everything. So first I want to import entity, so I will do it for it. Import, give name whatever you want, import, and the interval, whatever interval you want. I'm given 60, or an index, on which index you want to store. So I'm putting it this one. This is the instance name. So I'll putting my instance name over here. So anyways, this is going to expire, so no one can access it, or I'm going to delete after this my video. So don't worry about the security part. So you need to give your instance name over here. If you are using the production one, give the same. Oops, it's not copied over there, so let me copy. Copy, paste. Token, you need to give a token. So first we will give some different token, wrong token. I'm giving some wrong token. So we can see where, if any issue is there, what issue will come, what where you need to see if issue is coming. or any problem is there. So I'm giving the wrong the wrong API token. So add it through wrong API token. You can check whether your integration is done properly or not. So you need to go to index underscore internal and source. If you know the source type, you can write it there. I am giving Dynatrace source equal to Dynatrace. So we will see what details. So here it is saying the authentication is failed. So that means there is some problem with the authentication. So what I will do is, in the input I will edit it, and then similarly if other errors are coming, so you can check it over here. Okay, so now what I will do is I will give the API key which we have generated. So this is the API key which we have generated. So I will copy it and paste it over here, and update. So once you do that, let's see what error is coming, if any error is coming. For the last 5 minutes, we'll do it for the last 15 minutes. So I do not see, after this I do not see any error. Authentication failed, it is coming here, and after that we have changed the token. So let's wait for, let's say, window, if any error is coming. So I do not see any authentication error over here. Some other errors are there, so that is with respect to some code, or we can see base .py files. Authentication, I do not see an error with respect to authentication. So here our integration or import is successfully done. So now if you want to cross check whether our data is coming to Splunk or no, so from the Dynatrace, so we have created index Dynatrace. Let's see our index is same or some other. We have some other index. Apologies for the spelling mistake. So we can use same index whether the data is coming or not. Okay, so let's create another input problem or time series. I will create it for time series. So dt time series, dt time series. I'll create an interval 60. Index is Dynatrace and I will give the name of it to this is your tenant name. Copy. Now you have to give the token. I will give the right token over here. So this is the right token. Oh, it is for single, so we will single metrics if you want. So generally we want all the metrics, so we use the other option to get all the metrics. So that is for single instance. Like see here, it's for single time series. I want all the time series. So dt time series interval 6t default token. I'll give the tenant name first and then token, then token, paste the token and we'll see the interval. I will give for every 1 minute, so I will get the result soon. Alphabet is only alphabet is required, so Dynatrace TS time series. Add. So it is added successfully. We'll see if anything is coming for last 60 minutes. It will take some time. Let me come back once the data is present. Guys, you can see the data is coming for last 15 minutes. We can see it in real time if any data is there in real time. So let's wait for checking the data in real time. See, the data is coming from Dynatrace agent to Splunk Splunk environment. Okay, this is how you can integrate Dynatrace with Splunk. So the last point which is remaining is if you can see any error is coming in internal index or verify entity and metrics are reporting to Splunk. So we have already done it, but let's see once again. So where you can see if any error is coming. So this is the internal index. Then this is the Dynatrace index where we are expecting data to come from Dynatrace. So apart from that, if any error is coming, you need to check internal index, and source will be star Dynatrace star. So you need to check any error is coming for for any specific time period. So there is, I don't see there is any error. This is info, so ignore it, ignore the info, but there is no specific error coming uh, for this integration. So this is how you can check the error. We saw earlier there is one of the error has come for the authentication. So we purposely given a wrong authentic token ID so that we can see what error comes in the log. So and we again changed it to the right authentication, and we have seen that integration has been done successfully, and after that we have added uh, inputs to it, and then we got it added successfully as well. So now you need to verify where the data is coming. So you need to know the index, what index you have created, then go to that particular index and check for so data is coming on. So this is the entity which is creating or discovering. This is, let's see, you can see discovery name, display name, and then the entity ID. So this is a process with respect to process and all the other details which you can see it on the left hand side. So this is pretty much about it. Integration. Hope this is very easy, and I have explained very well. So let's recap our full session. So what we have done is, we first, if you want to do a POC to integrate Dynatrace with the Splunk, so what all things are required, or how we proceed one by one. So first you need to have a Splunk enterprise, so you can install it on Google Cloud, or you can use your personal system. So you can install a Splunk, then install Dynatrace app, and then add-on generally we use it for getting inputs, and Dynatrace app is generally we use it for getting all the details or dashboards, everything. So and then after that, after installing, get access for free Dynatrace license. It is accessible only for 15 days. After that, it is not accessible. So I request you to do all the POC before that. After that, generate client token for authentication. So I explained how can we get the client token to get integrated Splunk with Dynatrace. So it is generally we use when we create an input to import the data from Dynatrace to Splunk to the particular index. So after that, what we can do is install one agent on Google instance. So I explained how to install it. So I requested don't install a copy version of it, get the latest version of code from the your live instance. So that will be helpful. Check. After that, you need to check, or we have checked that all the host, process, or metrics are reporting to Dynatrace. Once that is done, you need to create a fresh index on the Splunk. So I have created Dynatrace agent, though yeah. So and then after that, create input in the add-on. So you need to create input, give the right token ID, your live environment, and then all the configuration you can. There are 4 types of inputs already present, so you can use them. Or if you want to do additional one, so you need to get the APIs for that and can do the additional one by creating the by editing input.conf. So also check for error in internal index. So I have explained you how can we do that, and then that after that you need to verify whether the data is reporting to Splunk index or no. So and finally, what we can see is the data is reporting to DT app as well. So we have seen it is reporting to um, Dynatrace agent, the add-on or index. So we need to check it over here whether it's coming to your. So it will take some time to populate the data over here in the Dynatrace agent. So you need to it will automatically come all the details over here. I think we have given the wrong index. It's generally use a Dynatrace. Yeah, so it is generally using a Dynatrace. So let me do one thing. Let me create a right index. So we'll create a right index and Dynatrace. I am explaining this as well, that this so that if you see any issue, so you can troubleshoot like this. So I'm creating exact same index which is there in the app. So let's see which index is there. So you can see Dynatrace index, so give the same index over here, or you need to change it whatever index you are using. So I'm creating one. Now I'll go to add-on and edit this and give the right index. So I'm giving now this index, update it. Dynatrace this index and update. So it will take some time to reflect the data over here. So we can see it's 3 index. So we should see some data over here. See, there are 3 index, monitoring process group. So these all the details will come over here. So this is how you can troubleshoot your things, whether the data, why data is not coming, and you can see it over here. Witness, everything you can see it over here. Host overview, submit, you can see all the details, services, trend, topology. So these all the things you can see, you can explore by your own everything. So that's it about this video. So hope you enjoyed the video, and happy learning, and have a good day. Thank you.
Hi friends, today I'm going to show you how to ingest the data in Splunk. So before we start, there are two things. First is we should have Splunk instance ready, so you can install the Splunk on your laptop, your PC, or you can install on your cloud instance. So to install Splunk, I have created a video and a link is shared in the description. So the second thing is we should have a data ready which we are going to ingest in Splunk. So Splunk support all kind of data to be ingested in Splunk. So for this video, I am using CSV data, or you can say it's employee record or employee salary details with few other details. So let's begin. So first of all, runs on 8000 port. So whenever you want to access Splunk, just give IP address and the port. Now I will log into Splunk and give my credentials. Now this is the Splunk GUI. Now to install Splunk, to ingest data in Splunk, we first of all, there are n number of ways to ingest data in Splunk, but we are using the simplest way to ingest the data in Splunk. So it is called manual ingestion by uploading a file. So from setting, you go to add data, then you can directly search it over here to use a guide of Splunk, or either you can go down and select option of upload. Now once you select the option, it will ask to select the file. Currently no file is selected. Now I am going to select file which I am going to upload. Now I have a CSV file with few records, so I am going to upload this. Now once you you get the message of done. Click on next. It will go to next screen where it will ask for the source type. Now source type, it call as a type of data, like currently we are like a type of data. Suppose we have Windows servers, so in this condition the source type will be Windows. If you have Linux servers, in that condition the source type will be Linux. So here we have type CSV. So you can choose your own type which is suitable for your data. So if you want, you can keep same name as CSV for the source type, or you can give your own name. I am giving the name of source type is my lab. So currently this is structured data, so it can ingest unstructured data as well, and the app, for which app you want to search to ingest this data. So I am keeping it default settings. Save it, go to next window. Now next window, it has multiple options. First is host. Wherever the file is located, it will get the detail of that host, and currently is the field values is Splunk, so it will come as Splunk. So now we need to select the index. Index is nothing but a database of Splunk. So we cannot call it a database, but if like it is storing the data, so we are calling it as a database. So you can put in default index, as well as you can create it your own index. So I am giving it as my lab. Okay, all the other option I am keeping it as default. Save it. Okay, and then go to index and select the index. All other details I am keeping it as by default. Now click on next. It will show you the review. If review window, if if you want to change anything, you can go back and change everything. Now this is almost done. Now we can submit, and you get the result. File has been uploaded successfully. Now you can start. If you remember your index and source type, you can go and search for it. So for now I can skip it. So this is your source, host, index. Now I just go to index equal to my lab. All the time, so you can see the data. Likewise, you can see age, city. So these are fields coming from your data. So whatever operation you want to perform, or you want to write SPL, you can write your Splunk query on this. So I'll create a separate video for creating Splunk search query. So for now, that's it, and thank you.